Hi you guys, welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker and welcome to show and tell number 219. So it has been a very busy week again. We got our new refrigerator, which meant that I had to clear the old one, find places to show things in the interim, get the new one in, wait for it to chill, get the stuff in. It's been a lot. And then also getting the old refrigerator cleaned so we can hopefully sell that here in the next week or two. So it's been a lot. Next up is defrosting the chest freezer. So lots of spring cleaning items going on here. My scarf is an ALC yarn. This was part of the review series for the ALC and I don't know what the pattern is. I've made it twice and I don't remember the name, but if you look at the ALC review videos, it'll be in there. I have gotten some work done on my projects. However, I don't have a finished object this week. So if you're only here for FOs, I got nothing for you this week. But we do have some I'm planning projects and we do have WIP updates and thoughts on what I'm going to do. So first off, next month is our Spook Your Spring Make-Along, or my Spook Your Spring Make-Along. And I participate in the Make-Along. Not for prizes, but like... So, I'm pretty excited. I have picked my first, 3 things I'm going to work on during May. So, first off, for my Halloween cards this year... I do have some accessory items that go with this collection, but I do have a 2 paper pack. What's this? Moonlit Manor from Recollections. So this is the Michaels brand paper pads. So this is what my Halloween cards will be based out of this year. Hopefully I send them, unlike the Easter cards I made 3 years ago and still haven't sent out in 3 Easters. So we have the single-sided... kind of bones and spider themes. Not quite dark academia, but kind of heading towards dark academia. I have another paper pack that picks up some of the burgundy, so it would definitely make it more, kind of a dark academia kind of theme. And then the second pad, this is from 2018, so it's, fairly old. This is a double-sided pad. And this does pick up some more of that purple. But I've got, I think, some die cuts that belong to this collection, as well as some self-adhesive ribbon and possibly some stickers in the Halloween bin that go with this. So we'll have fun with that. Once again, I frequently use the card sketches from Call Me Crafty Al, Just Crafts. I'll sometimes watch... So I love Christy Marcotte's cards, and I'll leave these tagged down below. I love her cards, but I like to listen to people talk in their videos, and she does the music background where she just kind of speeds it up and makes the cards, which is great, but because I like to crochet and knit while I'm watching these things, I kind of like to listen because I seem to absorb a lot more of what I see when I listen. So anyway... frequently, Call Me Crafty Out, Just Crafts. May Made It also does, she doesn't do paper pad cards, but she does make some really cool cards that you can translate, into making cards out of paper pads. She uses paper packs normally. But I'll leave the 4 of them tagged down below. Christy Marcotte uses all kinds of different card sketches for her cards, and it's absolutely brilliant if you're just trying to figure out what you're doing, because you can watch the process even though she's not talking you through the process. And because she uses sketches from everywhere, she will mention, I blew this one up here, I changed this here. And if you go to her blog, she also lists measurements, because a lot of the old school sketches don't have measurements on them, so you could do them in a 5x7 or a 4 1/4 by 5.5. And she does list her measurements for the cards that she uses, or if it's a design that gives you kind of a vague theme, she'll tell you what she cut things down to. So she's a very, very good resource, even though I don't always watch her videos as much as I would like to, because I like to be talked through the process. she's an excellent resource. And it is fun to watch her make things in different, she uses a lot of different supplies. And I've been introduced to a lot of new supplies and embellishments from the Christy Marcotte videos. So anyway, first off, we've got some Halloween cards that we'll be making. I plan on doing my Quilt Magic Kit. I got this on the seasonal clearance from Mary Maxim. I shared a little no yarn unboxing from that video. And then this came with all the fabric and stuff here. So like I said, we'll figure this out. We'll figure this out. And then the next project I plan on also working on, I think I'm going to do these like I did my Valentine's Day socks a couple years ago, where I do a color band a day. So these are, I pointed these out actually in my, did I make any progress on taming the stash visually? The answer was no. But this is Knit Picks Felici in the color Spooky. And they don't do the year on this, but I know I caked this up at least 2 years ago, which means it's probably from the Felici that they did. If I would cake this 3 years ago, this is probably from 4 years ago. But I want a pair of Halloween socks, and I caked these to make Halloween socks. So if you saw me doing the Valentine's Day sock, I did one color band on each sock in tandem. I'll probably do the same thing with these because I seem to really do better at getting socks done when I do them in tandem instead of 2 at a time on the same needle. So I will probably find my 6-inch and just work these up. Or, you know, I'm okay magic loop one sock, but for some reason 2 at a time is not working out for me. 2 in tandem does. So those are the first 3 projects that I have picked out for my Spook Your Spring Make Along projects. There are a couple other things that might occur. I'm not sure yet. So we're getting there. I'm very excited. I do have some prizes already pulled together. Depending on how many entrants we have for the make along will kind of dictate how many prizes we have. I do have somebody who is sending something as well, so I'm very excited about that. We'll share that when that gets here. But anyway, I can't wait. I can't wait to see how the spooky makes. So before I move on Saturday, we have a very different kind of in-theme video for this channel. So we do have a sponsored video that will be coming out that is an unboxing video. So very excited and a little nervous. Somebody actually wanted me to like do their product again and not just like, here's a one-time go at it. Later in May, we will also, either the end of April, which we're getting kind of close to, or because we're halfway through the month, or in May, I will also be doing an unboxing for another yarn company, but in conjunction with that, I plan on doing a design, like making a pattern. So we'll see how that works. I have the format and like sketch done. I need to maybe do a test run. I don't know yet. We'll see. I'm very excited though. So many fun things. Like you know, life around here, it's frequently just chaos in general. I have plans. I know things I want to do. I have like, but life does sometimes happen. So I'm very, very excited. I've been given some really cool opportunities here recently, but they all seem to want to like converge on the same thing happens in December, where like everybody reaches out in December, and I have to limit what I do because I don't want to overextend what I'm capable of doing, especially knowing like how my brain tends to be. So what have I worked on? I have worked on 3 projects. We have made some kind of progress. I did not get my day off last week. I can't remember what happened on Wednesday, but I ended up having to leave the house and deal with the people. And then I had to make a whole bunch of phone calls and stuff. On Thursday, there was a people thing that occurred. Friday, Troy was home. We did some errands. Saturday, we did errands. Sunday, I was not feeling very well. As much as I tried to like chill out, it was that type of don't feel well. Well, you feel like you need to be doing something even though you're not feeling great. And that kind of lingered into the rest of this week. So I've taken time down and rested more than usual, but I haven't actually had my pajama day yet. So I did work on projects. I just didn't finish anything or make the type of progress I had hoped I would. I do have some funny stories for you guys, though, in talking about some of these projects. So I checked in with you guys about where I was. I told you I had about 6 to 8 inches left to go on this. So I've got about 4 and a half. Yeah, about 4.5 inches done on my lemon peel baby blanket. So this is part of Project UFO work down. This is using Pounded Love from Lion Brand in the color pink. Using a size eye hook. It's just lemon peel stitch. It's a baby blanket. If you somehow missed all the check-ins on this or you're new to the channel, I do have a couple of new people who have stopped by to say hello and let me know that they are checking out my videos now. So welcome. Welcome to the corner of insanity. ADD crafting is 100% what we do over here. Yes, so there's a reason I have 900 WIPs. I thought the problem was me for years, and then I realized, oh wait, yeah, it is me, but not, you know, like just me. A lot of us do this. It's okay. I just want to work down some of these UFOs though, because I do have, like I said, I counted over 26, and I know that's not all of the hidden UFOs around my house. So with 2 moves in 5 years, a lot of things got hidden. So we do have some like older things that like the blanket I started in 2019. I did finish that one. I've completed 2 pre-2024 WIPs/UFOs. I'm happy with that. I'm making progress on my goals, just not visual taming the stash stuff. But yeah. So I've got a couple more inches left to go. Not much, but it is at the point where like it is getting warm to work on it. And it's a little bit more like harder to use in the car. I was doing this as a car whip for a while, so we had to move on from that. But progress, progress, progress. I'll take the progress. Up next, my Sisterhood of the Traveling Shirt project. So I'm really not sure what happened. I did gauge this. It has gone off the rails. So I came back in with a size 9 needle, added a few rows to the neckline, tightened it up, did a decrease row. So now it sits to the outside of my shoulders. So we fixed the neckline problem. What that did though is it made the sleeves super long. So now they're like down to my elbow. But because this is not, you know, you cut off your sleeve here and then add in. Now it's more like a wearable poncho. So it's more like a cover up. And I did want to get like under my tuchus with this. So I did want it to be a little bit longer. So I knew I needed more than 200 grams of the yarn. And I'm using Peyton's Venus, which is a long since discontinued yarn. This was manufactured in 2014. And it may or may not have been in my stash for 10 or 9 years. But I am now on ball 6, I believe. 6 or 7. And I still have to wear it 5 inches down from where I measured, saying I needed more. I tried it on yesterday. I need at least another 4 inches from where I am now to get the right length. But it is massive. Like when you look at the bust on this, I mean, so that would be unstretched. we're looking at 54 inches. So 10 inches of ease on me from where I prefer my things to fit. So compared to the one I did in the 2 strands of sock cotton yarn held together, like that had about 6 inches of ease. We've got over 10 inches of ease in this one. So definitely a lot larger. And that's kind of like part of the problem I'm having, because I did go ahead and finish the sleeve. So the sleeves aren't going to get any longer. This is the sleeve. You can see my little armpit end here that I couldn't work in. So this is, you know, where I started and where I ended on my little armpits here. I am using the Russian join method. I'm taking the non-slubby part, working it into the slubby part. So it also keeps the pattern from getting stagnant on the slub non-slubs. But this is definitely going to be more bathing suit cover up than it's going to be shirt, I think. Which is another reason why I do want to make sure it goes below my tuchus, because... But I like it. I really love the fabric. So what I might do is, like I said, I've got lavender and green and maybe enough turquoise left to do another one of these. So I either might come back and do another one of these or find a more traditional raglan t-shirt pattern and do that using this yarn, because I bought this to make tops. That was the whole purpose to buying this yarn originally. I'm only just now, you know, 9-10 years later, getting around to finally making them. But I do like it. I like the way it looks. I do like the way it fits, as far as like being like more like t-shirt swancho than sweater or t-shirt. It's this one did not work out like the other one did, as far as like the fit being exactly what I was looking for, just because for some reason this got ginormous, and there's no reason it should be this ginormous, but it is. And I think part of it might be that the yarn is not heavy enough to pull itself down completely. I may feel differently after it's finished and blocked. But anyway, project number 3. We also have problems with this project. So this is the Shellshell top, and I believe the designer's last name is Guzman. I want to say it's Melissa, but I don't think that's right. It'll be, once again, links in the description box down below. But it's the Shellshell top. It was published in Crochet World, I believe. I did not bring my pattern up here. I just brought the project bag/bowls up. So I have my shoulder seams tacked together using light bulb stitch markers. And that is because I know I'm going to need to add more to my straps. I blocked this yarn. This is using DMC Senso. Also discontinued yarn. This was gifted to me by Erica, the Lopsided Crafter. I'll leave her tag down below. But I blocked this when I decided this is what I wanted to do this. I did a gauge swatch. I know this should gauge out. When you look at the pattern, the single crochet bodice is very long, but for some reason, I do not trust this. Even though I know it gauged right, I know this should be correct, I don't trust it. But adding length to the strap is not a big deal, because the armhole shape is perfectly fine how it is. So I did connect my bodice at the bottom and start the bottom portion of the top. And when I get a little bit further down, because right now I'm not far enough down to remotely try this on, just because that's not going to tell me much of anything. I need to know how this is fitting, because this is supposed to be here. That's what I'm saying, like, but you know, once again, I'm over 40, so things are not in ideal positions. So that could be part of the problem. I did gauge swatch this like 2 years ago. So anywho, that's where we are. So I have begun, I'm in the last row of the first repeat of the shell section. And I mean, this does stretch significantly. Like, I'm not worried about it stretching significantly. I might have to do another gauge swatch and see if it really did gauge height-wise correctly. But my width does appear to be dead on. My width gauge does appear to be exactly where I thought it was going to be. So I'm just not trusting it. So I left the shoulders open because I think this is perfectly fine shaping, especially since I plan on wearing this over a tank top. So there's going to be a border trim around the neckline and armholes, so I can easily make some adjustments to create drop on this if it's not quite enough. But I am on ball number 4 of the yarn. And once again, it's another 50 gram ball of yarn. So all these little 50 grammers, they're counting up to a lot of things, you know, being used. They're just not taking up a whole lot of space in the room. Because the cotton one also was 50 gram balls of sock yarn that I had. So 50 gram, 50 gram, 50 grams. I'm using my F 3.75 millimeter hook for this. That's what it called for. I didn't make any notations on my pattern that I needed a different hook for the swatch, so I assumed I was right. But this is something where, like I said, I can correct it if it's not quite there. That's it for my basket today. That's a lot of talking for not much in the basket. 3 WIPs and 3 next month projects, but Pippin's in the closet. Making a mess, making a ruckus. But yeah, so it's been busy, but it's also been fun. There's a lot of braining going on, but I think this should be done by next week because I only have a couple more inches on this. This right now is my car project just because it's mindless knitting in the round. I am thinking about, in order to weigh it down a little bit more, maybe doing an I-cord bind off. That would also prevent any ruffling and fluting at the bottom and would create weight on it. So that's what I'm thinking right now. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful, fantastic day. As always, I love you guys. Definitely come check out Saturday's video. I haven't done a blind reaction to a box in so long, so I am super excited about this. I love you, and I will see y'all real soon. Bye, guys.